Hey there, lads and lassies. I hope you guys are doing brilliantly today. It is Dave here, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, guys. So, shock horror, guys. Another incident has occurred, and this time it's a double murder, a double homicide that we have to investigate now. Before I recap the last episode, just have to point out, as before I've mentioned, my pet tortoise is kind of just woken up and he's kind of moving about a little bit at the moment. He might be quiet, but if you hear any rustling in the background, it's him. And apologies, there's not really much I can do that. I mean, I think it gets quietened down during my audio editing, but it's never perfect. Quite a few things happened, but the main points are we discovered two bodies. Well, yeah, eventually. We spoke to Hifumi after he'd just initially been injured. It wasn't really making too much sense, but we saw that Celeste was assaulted with Justice Hammer 1, supposedly, and then Hifumi was hit in the library with Justice Hammer 2. So we took Hifumi to the nurse's office near the start of the last episode. He was bandaged up, healed, looked better, but still groggy and wanting to recover. So we left him in the nurse's office, but also Aoi and Celeste were... No. At first, we just left Hifumi in the office alone, just in the nurse's office alone, just to recover. But we also had to go check out the rest of the school because we were still missing some folk, and we were also looking for Robo Justice, the strange robot costumed person who we suspect is the killer at the time of this murder investigation. Now, Celeste supposedly spotted him going up the stairs to the second floor. We went after them, but then we heard a scream, which sounded like Hifumi coming from the nurse's office. So we split up into two teams with Byakuya, Sakura, and Toko, because she sneezed and became Toko from jail. They went after the Robo Justice, or the strange figure that was found spotted on the second floor, heading deeper into the second floor corridors, where me, Makoto, Aoi and Celeste went to investigate the scream that came from the nurse's office, and that is where we found Hifumi dead. So, well, dying, because he wasn't confirmed dead till a few minutes ago in terms of the length of the last episode. And we got the body announcement from Monokuma saying that 3 people have discovered a body. So we then decided that we can't investigate without all the others, so we go up and get the others, Byakuya, Sakura, and Toko. But then when we found them near the purifier equipment room, we then found that there was actually another dead body as well. Kiyotaka had been killed as well. So both of them sustained head injuries. Who was murdered first? Don't know. So obviously they heard the body announcement and assumed it was for Kiyotaka, and then the whole group shared information and then confirmed to everyone that both Hifumi and Kiyotaka had been murdered, or were dead at least. So Aoi got really upset. It kind of broke her both situations, but we saw at the beginning of this chapter that she is emotionally distraught and wants this whole thing to end without anyone else dying. Don't think it's going to turn out that way. We all gathered in the nurse's office. We all left the equipment room where Kiyotaka's corpse was. We were going to go down to the nurse's office to gather and discuss everything that's happened, but then Celeste met us at the physics lab and said that Hifumi's body had just disappeared, while for a brief moment Aoi and Celeste had to go to the bathroom, I think it was, and his body had disappeared. So that was a bit weird. We left Toko in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was found, because Toko, she faints at the sight of blood. Genocide Jill's a murderer and is totally fine with blood, but Toko is not fine with blood. So we left her there, but we went up to go get her, but also go and investigate Kiyotaka's body, and then we found that his body was gone too. So both of the dead bodies had gone missing. Then we all set out on our mission to go find the bodies, and we obviously know what the murder weapons appeared to be. It appears to be the Justice Hammers. So Hifumi was assaulted with Justice Hammer 2, but it was Justice Hammer 3 that killed him, and it was Justice Hammer 4 that killed Kiyotaka. So it would suggest Hifumi was the one who died first, but we need to find some evidence to back that suggestion up. So the bodies had been moved, we had to go find them, and then we ended the episode by finding the dead bodies in the sculpture room, art room's repository. So Monokuma then has popped up a couple of times in the last episode to confirm a couple of things. So it appears that we may have just one killer who's killed 2 people and has therefore reached the maximum amount they can kill, because the rules state that Monokuma will punish anyone who kills more than 2 people. So a blackened student can only kill 2 people at the maximum. Monokuma handed us the case file for this case, and now we're about to investigate. We have to gather our evidence before the class trial. So let's get into this episode. So, first thing to do, our investigation begins. And as we can see at the moment, we're in the repository, the final crime scene. But we've got a few crime scenes to investigate. I suspect we'll need to definitely check out the nurse's office where Hifumi was first killed. And another point I forgot to mention in the last episode, Aoi was crying over Hifumi's body, but it turns out he wasn't dead, and he gave us his final words, where he suggested it might have been Yashihiro that killed him, but I think we need to find some evidence to prove that. But also, Hifumi kind of sounded like confused babbling to Byakuya, but I think Hifumi was trying to say that he remembers something from his past before they all came to Hope's Peak Academy. So it kind of backs up the idea from the photo that Monokuma dropped that had Leon, Mondo, and Chihiro in, because it looks as if they all knew each other and were friends. And Hifumi apparently said that he knew these people before they came to Hope's Peak Academy. So Monokuma may have messed with their memories somehow. I'm not sure. Somehow they've forgotten some stuff. But that's just pure speculation right now. We've got to find out. So, at the moment, the prime suspect is Yashihiro, but we need to find evidence to prove who did it. So let's get going. First, I better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head, right? So Monokuma has definitely confirmed Kiyotaka's dead, because Hifumi wasn't quite dead. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. Dot. That's it. Yeah, Monokuma hasn't really provided us with a lot of information this time. I'm guessing he's trying to make it more interesting for himself by making the information we have very limited, and we have to get more ourselves.
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. God, Byakuya's really convinced them all that they should just convict Yashihiro. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
there's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Kyoko. Are you talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt. She has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? Yes, it's possible. But Monokuma might confirm right now that this is just a one-person case. An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma appears!
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question? Whether there's an accomplice involved.
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear. If there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Yeah.
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Mm-hmm.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Yep, you did say that.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Yep.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
It would mix. That's what you would think anyway, because there's no gain for the other person. Usually.
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
so then.
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
Hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So, in other words,
Oh, I see where there's a possibility. The actual murderer, the blackened student, may have said to their accomplice, "I'll split the money with you." That could be the angle. That could be the angle. Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
Well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. Oh, okay. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
extreme!
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened. So just one person, but he didn't say necessarily it was only one person completely.
Well now,
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true then, Kyoko, where are you?
however,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. Yeah, I know that was Hifumi's kind of dying hint, but he might have not been talking about who killed him. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information. Thank you, Celeste.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect? Just in case? Who? Oh, I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. I suppose that's possible. There are guys that are the victims.
What?
Oh, she's back. I knew it would be Genocide Jill that comes when eventually Toko woke up. But she didn't kill in her specific way with the scissors, so... What? I'm offended. Yeah. You. When did you... I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Ugh. Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl. Oh god, the boob insults are happening again.
Huh?
Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body. Yeah. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not going to kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again. Yeah, but the last time you posted guards, one of the guards turned out to be the murderer.
So then,
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure. I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway. Yeah, I guess that's true. Aoi didn't really get involved in the investigations much.
It's all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me. But I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. No, because the Chihiro case was not straightforward thanks to Byakuya's interference, so I'd imagine the trials and cases are just going to get more and more mixed up and twisted and complicated the further we progress. So anyway, the Monokuma file has been added to the truth bullet section. Okay guys, time to gather some clues. Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. Yeah, that's a very good point. How the hell did someone manage to carry Hifumi? The only person that would be capable of lifting Hifumi is probably Sakura. I don't know whether that makes her a suspect or not yet, but Hifumi wasn't completely dead until he died right here in this room, so there's the possibility Hifumi may have made it to this room under his own steam, but then maybe the killer finished the job. Oh, I don't know. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository, that is also true, and that's a good point. That they had to climb a set of stairs. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing? Yeah. How the hell? It's no good, I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. Okay. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait, oh? Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? What's going on? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it. His glasses. Oh, right, yeah, his glasses are there and they're covered in blood. Are his glasses missing? When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood and now they're clean. Yeah. But now, they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that, and why? Hifumi's glasses has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Yeah, that is interesting. Why the hell would they do that? Okay, Kiyotaka. Taka, you'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? Would make sense. And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Ooh, wait a second. I remember when we were looking at all the objects when looking for Monokuma coins, there was a whole lot of blue tarps in the equipment room. Kiyotaka's body, they must have carried Kiyotaka's body in the tarp. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Yeah, blue tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Interesting. Oh, that's how they might have moved Hifumi's body. I've just noticed the trolley. That, maybe. It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. Right, so they may have put Kiyotaka in the tarp and then put him on the dolly. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Is that it there in the corner? Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. Oh boy, okay, there we go. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. So there should be a blood trail, right? What's the explanation for that? Yeah. Repository dolly has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Wow, we are getting a lot of evidence. I don't think this is evidence, but this is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. I don't have time to be staring at it. Also, are any of these pictures like clues? No. Because there is one other thing. These drawings look like the same drawings that are hanging on the wall outside. To be honest, Karen, I don't have to... just wondering if it might be something. Right, well this is clearly a blatantly obvious clue. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Yes. Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Oh. So, okay. Spotless hammer has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. So it's washed. Okay, Sakura. There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help? If you got some information, why not? Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search, and soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away, so it had to be someone who was strong enough to drag Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs. Yeah. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor, where we split up and began searching. I'm just thinking out aloud here, guys, at this point. I'm noticing that in a lot of the exchanges, we're relying on Celeste's information. Could she be the accomplice, if there is one? Maybe. Then, right after that, because it appeared at that point we went to somewhere that Celeste suggested she'd seen something, and then the next time we come back, Hifumi was dead. Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... Yeah! Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celestina and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse. which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste in here alone and headed back to the third floor to tell the others what had happened.
However...
But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body has disappeared. Yeah, guys, I'm starting to suspect Celeste at this point. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone. I don't know whether she is the Blackened, but she definitely might be an accomplice. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she found the bodies, and we all head to the repository. Oh my god, this case is relying so much on Celeste, she has to be suspect. I'll be very surprised if we find evidence to suggest otherwise. And there we discovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
However...
Looking back, things have certainly been very active, yes. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. Okay, Howie.
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
But...
And we came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. Yeah, we tried the door as well, we couldn't get in. It was locked? And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? Good question. I wondered the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Okay. And Byakuya, you got anything to say? Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. Yeah, true. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, he said Hiro's name.
So in other words...
Then there is no room to suspect anyone else. Dude, always rely on the evidence. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. He is a bit of an idiot and a bit dense. I mean, he is kind of dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing two people? Yeah.
What?
What? Because all the rules say is if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation because we helped him out. Yeah, I wonder if one of them was a witness. Either Kiyotaka or Hifumi may have been a witness to the first person being killed, and so then they got killed.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Yeah, but he likes playing the game, dude. Okay, so it looks like I'm done in here, but as we know, there are tons of other places. Oh wait. So we head through the door that Hina said was locked before. Oh, he's checking the door, right, okay. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. Interesting. So, how did the killer, if the killer's not in the room right now, how did the killer get out? I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder, unless it's like Makoto's bathroom door just got stuck. Ina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. So then the only other reasoning is that the killer was in the repository when we checked the door and it was locked. And then during the time that we did leave the art room, and then Celeste came to get us to say she found the bodies, that person got out and is posing among us. This is interesting. In other words, when he had checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that would mean Aoi and Sakura are also on the high up suspect list. So that certain someone. Repository door has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. It's just someone fast, but oh god. Pretty much suspect everyone at this point. I mean, Yashihiro we haven't even seen him yet, so he's got a lot to answer for. Kyoko's definitely got some answers required because she's been gone for quite a while. I think the only person at the moment, apart from Makoto, that we can't suspect is Byakuya. Maybe Genocide Joe, but I'm not sure yet. There's got to be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Hifumi was found, then the equipment room where Taka was found. Okay, let's check out Kiyotaka's murder scene apparently. So Kiyotaka, I think, was killed here. Oh, Genocide Jill's here. Oh, and there's your tire tracks. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on his tire. Could that blood have come from here? Yeah. Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Equipment room bloodstain has been added to the Truth Bullet section. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with the dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. The tarps. Huh? This tarp? I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently too. Are you kidding me? That's not a clue immediately? Ah. Just as Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. I wonder if even though Toka was unconscious, maybe Genocide Jill knows something? Okay, Jill, anything? I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Okay, looks like that's all I can go with right now, but maybe, just maybe if I go back to the repository and look at the tarp again, Makoto might make the link. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? Okay, no, he hasn't made the link, but we know there's a tarp. Unless was tarps added to the truth bullets already? Oh, it was. Well, here's the other Justice Hammer. Celeste. Was she really attacked with this? Justice Hammer 1? It doesn't look as if it would cause a lot of her damage. But what the heck is with this thing? If I go to that door, I go to the pool, don't I? Yeah. Okay, doesn't appear to be anyone here. Just gonna quickly check the locker. Wait, what? Dang, this locker sure is big. Huh. That's an interesting statement. That locker, you have never said that before, Makoto. Interesting statement. I wonder if that might come to play later. There's the money. $10 million is a positively unrealistic amount of money. Is this why they had to die? I was hoping he was going to tell us some of the money's missing. That would have been an interesting clue. Right, okay. Just gotta find some clues in here. Hifumi's murder scene. Oh, Celeste is here as well. Okay. So the bloodstain is not a clue. Okay. Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Yeah. Maybe they were in a rush? The refrigerator, I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. Uh-oh. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. It doesn't help me though, I'm not a vampire. Thank you for that assessment, Makoto. Yeah. And is that a trash can? It's just a normal trash can, huh? Wait, there's something inside. That's something that definitely belonged to Hifumi. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glass cleaning cloth. Someone's, either Hifumi himself or someone else has used Hifumi's own cleaning cloth. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. But it's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. Yeah, well, it definitely belongs to Hifumi, you can tell. Okay, the camera. Won't tell me anything. Anything else? No, just Celeste herself. Okay. What are you investigating, Celeste? I am not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around, seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. Okay. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
how Hifumi was moved. When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone? We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Celeste's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section on your handbook. Okay, so Celeste's account's the only one that's been added so far. But since Monokuma hasn't triggered the start of the trial, there must be some more stuff to find. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. Okay, Byakuya, are you going to tell us something? You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. That's the same note that Yashihiro gave us. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. I guess you can't deny his thought, his logic there, but I mean... if he sent it to multiple people, then was he going to kill loads of people? What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Goodbye. So you suggest we go to Hiro's room? Yashihiro's message has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. So he said to go to Hiro's room, but what's waiting for me there? Good question. So Celeste said that her and Aoi went to the... I can't go in here, can I? No. We've definitely run out of places for Kyoko and Yashihiro to be. Both of them must be in the dorm area. If none of them are in here. Right, so they definitely both have to be in the dorms. Otherwise, that is bullshit. And to top that off... I brought out the bullshit button for whenever I believe there is bullshit. Oh no, Yashihiro's room's right here. Okay, well, let's do it. The door is unlocked. Oh, that's unusual. That's unusual when a student's not in. Okay. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm going to take the plunge. Okay. So yeah, it would make sense Yasuhiro's room is covered in a lot of, what's the term to use? Spiritual and psychic and fortune-telling kind of stuff. He's the ultimate clairvoyant. Then the thing that I immediately notice is that Hiro's camera in his room is acting really weird. I don't know whether that's an issue in my game here for a second, or whether he's messed with it. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where did he even get it all from? Good point. More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search the room, right? Well, you would guess so. But also, well, where is he and where is Kyoko? I think there's something in the cardboard box. Oh shit. The designs for Robo Justice? Oh no. It's blueprints for something. And... you son of a bitch, Yashihiro. You're definitely involved somehow. Something's made out of It looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hero's room? But wait. These blueprints. The writing. The writing's not neat enough to be Hero's. Something about them bothers me. It's the handwriting. Robo Justice Blueprints has been added to the Truth Book section of your handbook. Someone's planted this evidence here to maybe shift the blame to Yashihiro. Interesting. His bed? It's a normal bed, pretty much just like the one in my room. I can't check out his cupboard. Wanted to check his drawer in case he'd use his toolkit as surveillance camera. No point in worrying about it, right? I just need to forget about it. Okay, I'm guessing that's just an issue in my game here that is kind of lagging in and out. Right, okay, so he doesn't want me to check out the cool looking stuff on his desk? That's kind of lame. This is one of the models Monokuma appears on. There's no point in worrying about it right now. Right, so Yashihiro's he's a dude, so the boys' bathroom should be unlocked. I soundlessly checked the bathroom. Nothing in there, it's pretty grungy though. Oh. How does a bathroom even get this dirty? Leave? Yes. Oh. I thought it was going to be Yashihiro, but it's Aoi. Makoto! Big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko! What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait. I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume. Oh.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. Holy shit. To think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. But this is the first time something's happening at the pool. So Yashihiro is in the robot costume, apparently. Okay, well, you have some major explaining to do, Kyoko and Yashihiro. Right, Kyoko. Lay it on us. I'm guessing you've been doing your own investigating. Kyoko, and...
I mean...
Phew, man. I have had the worst day. Okay. Why are you in this costume, dude? For a start. Hiro? There's a big locker near the pool. Okay, so what's going on here? I am positive that is the suspicious individual that attacked me. Apparently, that ridiculous object is Hiro. I'd ask Kyoko for the details if I were you. Robo Justice finally made his appearance, huh? I guess Kyoko's the one that found him. Hiro?
Huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh. Who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? What? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? What the hell? Right, Kyoko, please fill us in. I found Hiro. He was jammed into the pool locker room. He was jammed into the pool room locker. Oh, it looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something. Oh.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Well,
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
it's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
and?
First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened, then I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume, it pains me just to look at you.
Huh?
Well,
Let me out of here!
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
Got it all wrong!
I didn't make the stupid frickin' thing.
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. So he was imprisoned inside this suit? It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Whew, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. I can think of one other person that could fit into that costume, and they're not here right now. Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly...
Do Kyoko and Hiro even know that there's been 2 people murdered? Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
Is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible!
was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. To tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean... Attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine. If you're going to be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is?
Okay.
I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
Okay. Well, there's only one other person that is kind of your height that could fit in there then, I guess.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Oh, Celeste figured something out?
I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
I think there is someone else you're just not thinking because you are best friends with her. In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's cause you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead, we're gonna try putting it on. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good, the arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But...
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
What the heck?
Evidence? You claim there is another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, tell me? Robo Justice costumes now the true section. What's... Okay, so apparently Hiro knows nothing. He's like Jon Snow. She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. I better leave her alone. Hiro?
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it. I did not. Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed...
How about that?
That's it. I know who did it.
So then...
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Which means
right.
Alter Ego and Ochiro must have... I know we said he's a fucking moron, but he really is.
Correct.
I see. That's unfortunate. Huh? Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so
I know. That note. Note? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. Oh, interesting. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. So he got a different note from everyone else. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The rec room at 1 a.m. Celeste. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So...
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
Huh?
What? Really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, he's proven that on many occasions. Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? Go! They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket. You had your pocket searched, didn't you?
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Well, you're fucked then. Yeah, sure. Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Yashiro's account has been added to the Truth Book section of your handbook. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it. Wow, Aoi is very adamant.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, hero. No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why. Wait! That's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right? Ah, you're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet don't fail me now. I guess I'd better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toku at Genocide Jack to switch for me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Oh, she wants to tell us stuff without everyone else around. Interesting. Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway...
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay. God,
Shall we go?
dude, you don't have a backbone. Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living. So we have to review all of this. God. I was thinking this. I didn't want this episode to go too long. Oh well.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway...
We have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now. Okay, in we go. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment.
So then...
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. Oh, okay. Right, so what you gotta say, Kyoko?
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did.
whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch.
So then...
Take a look. It's been smashed. And it reads 5 a.m. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It's most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. Oh, that's just past 6. Okay. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
That's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls. Alright, so it was after 10 o'clock, so it was definitely after 6 p.m. So it was 6 a.m.?
In other words...
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Broken wristwatch has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
However...
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. Oh, he's got a note. He appears to be gripping something. You're right, there's something white in there.
Makoto.
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
Because...
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. Because he's rotting, so you want us to do it. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper.
Hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it? Well, is there anything on it?
is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. Yeah, you might find something different. And these two were fighting over the AI, so... Kiyotaka's scrap of paper has been added to the truth bullet section. So, did you find anything?
indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper.
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He stuffed it in his pants. Oh, God. So she really examines everywhere. He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see? In his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... Better be important here for me, or I'll never forgive you for this. The note that Yashihiro mentioned. A note? I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. Interesting, so someone wanted... But why does Hifumi have it? Because Kiyotaka was in the equipment room at 6 a.m. Just based on where we found him. You know, I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
so...
That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
However,
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it? Someone slipped a weird note under my door, and here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else. For now, let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m. So did someone try to kill multiple people at once? But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh? Yeah, because Kiyotaka and Hifumi had a fight.
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Use your brain, Makoto. Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
Hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. The note Hifumi had has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murderers were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. You're just basing that on the last murder. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. Alright, so no one used dead people's handbooks to gain access to areas they wouldn't normally have access to, so... But that would make sense though, because Hifumi was killed in the nurse's office that was open to everyone, and Kiyotaka was killed in the equipment room, which should be open to everyone else. Where a handbook there may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. Okay. A handbook may play a role. I don't think I understand. A handbook may play a role. Someone's room? I guess. Who managed to put the box and the plans for Robo Justice in Yashihiro's room? E-handbook's been added to the True Plot section of your handbook. Investigation complete, guys. It's trial time.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
Whoop-de-doo-dah.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot.
Oh, goody.
Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Cannot wait.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, this one's tough, guys. There is absolutely no set-in-stone suspect for this one at the moment, but maybe it'll become apparent in the trial. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going. Okay. Okay, guys, and there we are. We're at the dreaded red door, ready to begin Chapter 3, the third class trial, to determine who killed Hifumi and Kiyotaka. Whether it was one person or more, I guess we'll find out. But unfortunately, guys, the trial's going to be in the next episode. Unfortunately, I've run out of time, and this episode has gone long enough. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series and that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then maybe give it a massive, beautiful, big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on my channel page so you get notifications and updates from me, and you get to see all my previous videos as well as new videos coming up, and just keep up to date with me. And if you also hit the notification bell, YouTube will also notify you when new videos, posts, and updates go on my channel to your message feed. And yeah, so if you also just want to let me know in the comments what you think down below of this episode. Am I doing it right, guys? Am I playing the game well? Are you enjoying it? And even if you just want to say hello or just talk about anything, just go wild in the comments, guys. Just don't be mean to people. Okay, guys, that's it for now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!